Hello and welcome to Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, here in Ost Forod in Evendim, right where we left off. So if you remember, well, we need to assist some of the people in Ost Forod, but we also need to recover a chest of relics, which is right on top of that stair. So let us go and get the chest first of all. So here's a chest that we need. And now we need to bring it to Astiyul in Tinadir. I'm thinking maybe we can save part of the road by making that drop over there. We also need to avoid unfriendly eyes. And it seems, yeah. Okay, no, there's one guy on that road over there. So we just gotta take the road here. And that's it. Basically now all that we need to do is take the long road to Tinadir and then the stable master back to Ost Forod. So it's really a big walk. But if you will, the night sky in Evendim looks quite beautiful, but I can't find the word I'm looking for right now. But yeah, let's leave it at that. The sky in Evendim let me take some pics with the buildings on the horizon. Now we can proceed. Let's put this on our quest guide focus. In the meantime, we're gonna take the long road there. Or dawn. So it's nice to remember what time is it. Because yeah, the sky clearing up to before the dawn, that's quite a sight. And as I'm sure I have told you before, the skies in LOTRO are for me one of the graphic highlights in the entire game. But we don't always are able to see them, because we're more focused with on what happens on the ground. In any case, we have reached Nether once again.
How can I be of service?
Robin sent you to bring that chest of stolen relics, then? Very good, very good. He is an old man and can be crotchety at times, but his heart is in the right place. He has long been a good friend to the Dunedain. Return to him with my thanks, and I will see about returning these artifacts to their proper places. Alright. Let me here check the task board really quick. Broken short bows. Have some of those. Maybe carapaces, I don't think so. Maybe sword shits, leathery fur, muted dust, colored ears, shimmering essence, soft skin, sticky field. We can take the soft skin. Sticky field and very sharp claws. I don't think we have either of those.
Greetings.
Gonna take the weekly.
What can I do for you?
And it seems we'll need to use the broken bows to
What can I do for you?
Get to today's limit.
Greetings. What can I do for you? Greetings.
Okay. That's it for today's limit. Now let us get back to Ost Forod.
What can I do for you?
Here. Here really quick. We are... Ah yeah, we're missing one quest to complete this deed. Let's do it.
I'm sorry, did you need something?
Welcome back, Beriathan. I trust that you have delivered the chest of stolen relics to Astiul. Excellent. But enough dilly-dallying, I have great news.
Might I take a moment of your time?
While you were gone, I heard that a group of robbers transporting relics from the islands ran into a spot of trouble with the birds of Fornek. Isn't that wonderful? Apparently, they had hoped to give Tinadira white birds and had circled far to the east in a great loop, but they went too far and stumbled upon the birds at Nan Orgon. What luck! Bad for them, but good for us, Beriathan. Head east of Ost Forod to Nan Orgon and search the bodies for the relics the robbers brought with them. Bears don't care about such things, so I figured they won't mind if we return them to the rangers. Use caution while at Nan Orgon, friend. Bears do not discriminate between true-hearted friends of the Dunedain and villainous tomb robbers. Alrighty then. Let us check this really quick before I forget. So we have Wanderer of Evendim. Now we have Pilgrim of Evendim. We need to do another set of petty quests. We have 10 LOTRO points. Let us see. We can go with Valor. Let us go with Valor.
I'll not be ignored.
It is time to build up our footstops and prepare for the coming cold. Elk meat takes time to dry and cure. It is not done overnight, and it must be done before the cold snap hits. It cannot cure if it is frozen. That means it must be gathered now so it has enough time that we will be able to enjoy it later. There are few things that warm a belly more than a spiced, dried piece of elk meat on a frozen winter night. Head into the hills, you will find the elk roaming about them. Bring back enough hunches that we will be able to get a few weeks of meals from them. Okay, we gotta find the 4 people we are helping. There is a bounty in here. The poster advertises a bounty on a man named Bill Tripper, described as a notorious tomb robber highly skilled with blades, and invites interested parties to seek out Clark Standish in Ost Forod for details and to apply for the commission. It's right here.
What is this world coming to?
You're here to see about the bounty on Bill Tripper. I'm glad to hear it. The sooner we're rid of him, the better, if you ask me. Bill has been robbing and murdering around the hills of Fornek for some months now, and it's well past time someone stopped him. Last I heard, he traveled south into Partaduil and was holed up in a big ruin south of the crossroads. Dambaran, I think it was called. If you do go looking to collect the bounty, keep an eye on Bill's sword. He's deadly with it, and I just soon as not have your death on my conscience.
I do not ask much of you.
The winters here are colder and harsher than the rest of Evendim. We do not have the lake to warm us, and the winds blow straight through the mountain passes from Forohill. It is difficult to prepare for everything we need. Often during the winter, we run hunting parties out to find whatever elk or bear are still foraging about. I worry that this year we will not find any. There are more tomb robbers camped in the hills than I remember from any year before, and they will all want to eat. Head out into the hills west of here and encourage some of these tomb robbers to move on. They will be bad for this winter, and we simply cannot afford them taking the food sources we will desperately need. So now we need to find Rowena Parker and Poppy Seaton. And these two girls should be over here. And let us find the milestone to Ost Forod. That might come in handy later.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but will you help me?
The winter cold will chill you to your core if you are not ready for it. It is especially dangerous at night when one does not awaken from bitter cold. Blankets are very important if you wish to wake in the morning. We had plenty to go around last year, but it seems the robbers are not just pilfering tombs these days. A storehouse was emptied just last week and we are now short of blankets. Bear hide is the ideal material for making new ones. It is thick and with brushing will be made soft. Plus, there are plenty of bears just southeast of here at a place we call Nan Orngon. Here's Poppy. Yeah.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Blankets are not the only things that keep you warm in the winter, as good roaring fire is just as important to have. To keep it going you need wood, though lots of it and plenty dry. Our stores are low this winter. With folks leaving to join the tomb robbers, we have fewer honest people left to do the work necessary to get ready for the winter. We have had to focus everyone on food. The firewood pile has stayed very short. The best wood is out near Nan Orgon. The bears root it up while they are digging for grubs. It is dry, but burns for a long time. If you could gather up a bunch of branches, it would be very helpful. So we do have a lot of different quests to do in Nan Orgon, so I guess that's where we are headed first. But just in case, let us also check what other quests are there available in here. So Bill Tripper is in Tambaran. All this is Nan Orgon. The Elk Hunter Tomb Robbers. Okay, we still are not near the place Rantas, where we need to go to solve the riddle. Okay, we need to talk to a ranger in Tinodir to reassemble the scrolls. I forgot to do that. And another quest in Nan Orgon. So, where is Nan Orgon? All the way to the east. So, these are a lot of quests that fortunately can all be advanced simultaneously, but all of them are as well gray for us. Really below the level recommendations, and that's gonna stay like that for a while we finish the Silitar quest line. That's what we're aiming for, the priority right now, and after that's done we'll proceed with the epic in Anuminas. So it's kind of a short break. Well, maybe not so short. But quite eventful, that's for sure. Nan Orgon, that's the wilds of Evendim. That's 7, 8, 9. Shame he didn't die. And we couldn't one-shot him. And 10. So with that out of the way, we can continue looking here. We need to find some locks and the corpse of a tomb robber. Unfortunately, these guys are not gonna bother us. We need to also find for the Walls of Evendim deeds Dumfoin, the Evenrills, the Eve Spires, the Evemere, Swiftbrook, Twisted Grove, and Rushingdale. And I think most of it is west after you cross the Lake Evendim. For the time being, let us just pick more locks and on the corpse, the tomb robber. So I guess this is once again the wrong turn. Yeah. But let us remove some of these quests and let us check about this one. No, the LOTRO is not this. This one. Yeah. Here's the robber's corpse. So we need it on this regard. Now let us get the remaining dry logs. And here's the last one. Now gotta defeat elks, robbers, but also Bill Tripper in Tan Baron. Okay, so here's more elk. Let us pop up assailment once again. So we can advance a little bit more quickly. Had to stun me, did you? Very well. Let us go to Tan Baron first. In fact, let us go with Limbot. And nothing else to see here in the loot bag. I'm just enjoying the landscape so much. Let's save some of this for the memory. I'd already checked this. How far are we? 100 meters. Almost there. I don't think we crossed paths with Bill Tripper on our last visit to Tambarant. I might be wrong though, I wasn't paying that much attention, but no. There he is. I would have remembered this guy. I have a feeling. Defeated Bill Tripper. So now I think it would be faster to port back to Ost Forod and exit the city, or the settlement rather, to defeat the tomb robbers that we're still missing. How many? We are still missing 8 of those guys. What's the quickest exit? Through here. Let us switch back to assailment. And I'll be back shortly, guys, to talk to all of you. But first thing first. There's one tomb robber in here. Another one in here. Alrighty. I think we're making... Alright. Just one more and here she is. That's great. So, with all this clear out, we can return to Ost Forod and turn all these quests. We didn't have to go too far. Yeah, that's it.
Why are you bothering me?
These are very nice haunches. Looks like the elk had plenty of plants to feed upon this fall.
A lovely day, isn't it?
You have brought the bear meat. Good, good. I'll just prepare it and we'll have a grand old time. Still, it's a shame this isn't boar meat. You can make a really delicious steak out of boar meat if you know what to do. Still, I don't mean to sound ungrateful. Bear meat's still quite good, and to tell you the truth, people here at Ost Forod don't have it quite as easy as my folk in Alberton. I call over some of these folk and share the steaks with them. It's only right. Thanks again, Beriathan. Keep an eye out for the boars.
Woe to me.
This statuary is very interesting, Beriathan, and very old. I wonder how many pieces of this statue have already been claimed by robbers. If we can assemble the complete statue, I know that Calenglad and the other rangers would be pleased.
Might I take a moment of your time?
I expect that the robbers that prowl Fornik are carrying more pieces of this broken statue, Beriathan. If you can recover more of these fragments, I might be able to reassemble it. Wouldn't that be something? I expect Calenglad and the rest of the rangers would be so pleased. Look for robbers among the hills of Fornik and take statue pieces from them, Beriathan. You'll most likely find only small pieces on these robbers, but one or two might carry larger pieces. The villains have also established a camp of sorts to the west on the island of Rantost in the lake. You might find larger pieces of the statue there. You're gonna take us to Rantost, and thank you very much. That will allow us to progress the Riddle Master quest.
This is intolerable.
So you're the one that finally put an end to Old Bill Tripper. Very good. If you report to Basil Comich, the arbiter of Ost Forod, he'll give you your reward.
Why are you bothering me?
They chose the path they wanted to walk, each and every one of them. They took great unfortune over an honest living. Those of us who remain here, who have suffered but remain just, will now have the food we need.
What can I do for you?
You have put an end to Bill Tripper, I understand? Very good. Here's your reward, and well deserved it is too. Okay, friend to the Wardens, that's great. So, you did ally, completed friend, travel discount, and friend to the Wardens. The deed that we got. Without even aiming for it. Okay, so what's the deed in here? We have 10 LOTRO points and the title. You have earned a small measure of kinship with the Wardens of Anuminas.
Can't you?
These are perfect.
Misery.
Nice and large with only small nicks and tears. I can make enough blankets to keep us all warm for the entire winter with this.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
We will still need to gather more wood in order to make it through the winter, but it is nice to see the woodpile grow for the first time in a long time. Oh god, no, no!
Greetings.
The townsfolk have spoken well of you. I believe I may have been too harsh before. Your intentions seem genuine enough. Perhaps it is our time to step up now.
Stay a moment.
You have shown the Rangers are serious in restoring the pact between us. It is now time that we step up here and honor our end of the agreement. We said we would watch over Evendim from the north, guard the trade routes with Forhill, and ensure the enemies of the Rangers did not enter from those lands. They have entered and are already here, that much we cannot change, but we can drive them back out. Speak with my associates around town, the same who you helped prepare for the winter. They have each been tasked with scouting a threat. They will know more about what to do next. Back with them it is.
I don't know if you can help me.
You might have heard mention of this around town already, but if you haven't, there are goblins at Fuin, a hollow a short distance north of Ost Forod. We have enough problems with the works and tomb robbers stirring up trouble in Fornik. We don't need goblins and boggarts as well. I have set aside some coins for any adventurer able enough to do something about the goblins. Are you such an adventurer, Beriathan? If so, you'll have no trouble journeying north to Fuin and defeating the goblins there.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but will you help me?
The hills of Fornik are the refuge of several different tomb robber bands, Beriathan, and each of them is becoming increasingly bold. If you are sure enough in your abilities, perhaps you could venture north and west of Ost Forod into the hills to confront some of these outlaws. The tomb robbers that prowl throughout Fornik are tougher than those who inhabit Part of the Wheel. These are veteran robbers and scouts who have adapted to a harsher life in the hills. You'll find veterans and scouts throughout Fornik, Beriathan, and if you don't, they'll find you.
Might I take a moment of your time?
At the end of the northern road at Kirit Ri, there stands a gate. For years, my family has brought goods that wait to trade with the snowmen of Forhill, but recently a tomb robber band has made passage nearly impossible. If you are a brave adventurer and true, you would surely be able to defeat the captain of the robber band and recover any trade goods they have stolen. Just follow the road north through Fornik until you come within sight of the gate at Kirit Ryu. You should be careful, for the robber band has held the road for a long time. So once again, it's just best to have this quest. I'm not sure if we will get an actual chance of visiting that area, but just in case.
I'll not be ignored.
A few days ago, I encountered a band of tomb robbers outside Tomb Puin, rejoicing over a haul of relics they had stolen from some Dunadan tomb. Well, you can be sure that I ran them off, but when I caught up to them, there was no sign of the satchel over which they had gloated. I think one of them dropped the satchel of stolen relics during the chase, but I was too winded to go back and look for it. You can be sure that their allies will return for it if we don't recover it first. Tomb Puin is north of Ost Forod and full of goblins. Look for the satchel somewhere among the bushes southwest of Tomb Puin, possibly in the break in the hills called the Dusken Cleft. The satchel of relics may have fallen somewhere in there.
I do not ask much of you.
Have you encountered the fearsome white works of Team Fornik yet, Beriathan? The creatures are vicious, bloodthirsty beasts, and they strike without warning. A few nights ago, I was taking in the air around the northern wall of Ost Forod, and I thought I saw something gleaming in the moonlight. I wandered towards it, so foolishly, but I was curious as to what it might be. Before too long, I had strayed beneath the eaves of the forest and had become quite turned around. Suddenly, I heard a snarl from my left. As I spun to face the sound, I saw only a splash of bright white fur, matted with blood and mud. I ran, and the great brute pursued me. It sprang towards me with a great leap. I felt its hot breath steaming in the cool night air. And then, lights! Lights from Ost Forod. Gilgamesh had come with a party and lanterns to the outskirts, and on seeing them, the war gave up its pursuit. Those beasts are dangerous, Beriathan, and something must be done. Not everyone will have the benefit of a fortuitous encounter with our arbiter, you know. If you're up to it, I'd ask you to defeat some of the ferocious white works. You'll find them all throughout Team Fornik, but especially at the Dusken Cleft north of Ost Forod. Alright, so we have two different paths to follow. It seems. One of them to complete all of these quests that we got for Puin and the Dusken Cleft, and another path that will lead us closer to Rantast and the brigands, the robbers. So I think we can circle it all around, like go north first and complete a quest in that area, and then on our way back go to the shore and Rantast. We need to defeat some of these guys already, so okay. more robbers in here. Okay, for this area I think it would be nice to have the AoEs that we'll need to quickly dispose of all these guys. How are we doing in here? Let me check the quest log really quick. So we need to defeat some works and collect the relics. But the relic not close by. However, is on our way there, so let us exit Tom Point, as right now we are only missing some works like this one. And this one. And the satchel is supposedly somewhere over here. Yeah, there, over there. Okay. 6. More works. 2 more works. Okay, here's one. And there is another one right over there. Okay. Now we can remove all this. And we can actually go back to advancing the Riddle Master quest. But what would be a good way down there? Maybe on through this slope? Doesn't seem like such a harsh fall, and I hope I'm right. It's quite high. It doesn't seem like it, but when you put things into perspective, yeah, it is quite high. Beriathan. That doesn't ring a bell. Okay, so we're only missing 4 scouting robbers. And here's a stone marker for the riddle. The stone marker is surrounded by signs of digging. If it once marked the location of the treasure, it has surely been found. The marker bears an inscription, all but worn away by the passage of time. The inscription on this stone marker is barely legible, but these words can just be made out. On the western shore of mighty Lake Ninuyal, stone paths run to the water from a flat clearing. This new riddle may reveal the true location of the treasure. Okay, but that's on the other shore, so I'm gonna do that one just yet. Let us see if we are lucky enough to find the scouting robbers that we're missing. Here's that guy Beriathan, but that doesn't ring a bell. These guys, however, in here, these are the guys we're looking for. Come on, hit it. That's great. Now we need to return to Ost Forod. As you see, the milestone is on cooldown. It's quite a long road, but we can actually instead master to Evendim and take the swift travel once again. But before leaving Evendim, before leaving Citadel, actually, let us find someone who can assemble those scrolls for us. Center of Might looks kinda orcish to me. Come on, stop it.
Graze the shadow upon my heart.
An interesting find. I have always enjoyed puzzles such as this. Let us see. This one goes here. A simple matter. Hold on. Let us learn what it says. Remarkable. Evendim abounds with tales of old treasures, most of them completely false, but this scroll, this is an account of a man, an adventurer, shall we say, to be polite to the dead, who scavenged the fields of Fornos long ago after the Winch King's great defeat. It seems this fellow hid his finds not far away. From your point of view, this treasure is a legitimate trove. There should be no reason that anyone could not honorably recover it if they happen to find its location. If you wish to find this trove, according to the scroll, it lies hidden beneath a stone marker in Beriathan, ruins that lie to the northeast of here. Alright, I think we... Beriathan... yeah? Well, it's not far away from Ost Forod, so... we might visit Beriathan just to reclaim that treasure. Let us go back to Ost Forod.
How can I be of service?
Okay. Taking its time. And here we are, finally.
Can't you leave me to my misery?
Very good, Beriathan, very good indeed. It doesn't look like all of these belong to the statue I'm trying to put back together, but I think enough of them do that I can make a good start of it. Do you know? I think this might be a statue of Elendil. I wonder where once it stood. Perhaps it shall stand there again someday. There is troubling talk around Ost Forod, my friend. Stay and I will tell you of it.
Might I take a moment of your time?
A hunter by the name of Nat Rapkins often travels far to the northwest, crossing the cold waters of the Evendim that feed into the lake, and conducts his hunts in Emin. Nat is a woodsman of no small skill and should have returned by now. His family is overcome with concern. I did not want to say anything to them about it, but I heard a terrible howling along the shore last evening. It had been driven from my mind with all of our doings against the tomb robbers, but now I wonder if those dreadful howls had something to do with poor Nat. If you would journey northwest to the northernmost tip of the lake and cross the Evendim there to search for Nat Rapkins, I would greatly appreciate it. He has been gone for far too long, and I fear what end he may have found. He is sure to have remained in sight of the lake, if that was within his power, so do not stray too far from it.
Oh, this is intolerable!
You survived your encounters with the White Works, Beriathan? I am quite glad to see. Good work! One day, perhaps, a traveler will be able to walk in these lands without fear of danger. One day, perhaps. For now, I will give you this reward and hope the day comes soon rather than late. Okay, is there another... Well, I think there are more bounty boards in Ost Forod, so let us look.
Why are you bothering me?
You found a satchel of relics! Thank you, Beriathan. I'll have this delivered to Astiul at the ranger camp right away. Take this reward for your trouble. If only I had thought to return to the Dusking Cleft right away, it wouldn't have been necessary. Alas, I was winded after the chase and did not consider it until I had come home.
Oh, can't you leave me to my misery?
Thank you for this news, Beriathan. There will always be tomb robbers in this land, but perhaps you have helped lessen their numbers or influence somewhat. Take this reward with my thanks. And finally...
Can't you leave me to my misery?
Gunpoint sounds dreadful, Beriathan. I am glad you were able to defeat some of the goblins there, but I don't know if the Hollow will ever be the pretty place that once it was. The corruption the goblins have wrought sounds severe. Take this reward, Beriathan, and let us both wish for the day that Tomb Point will be restored.
What can I do for you?
The north is secured and we can honestly say we have now done our part. We are not yet done though. The years of hardship created another problem which it is time to finally address. What problem is it? Okay, so you have the quest. We have now both honored our sides of the pact after ignoring it so long. It feels good to have the relationship restored. I hope that in the future we can build and make it grow and flourish. I am prepared to take a large step towards that. I know where the tomb robbers make their primary camp. It is a small island at the north end of the lake called Rantast. Many of the relics they have pilfered are kept there until they can find buyers for them. I imagine the history they are keeping there is immense and invaluable to the rangers. Months ago I sent 3 of my men to join the tomb robbers. They are now on the Isle of Rantast, still working for me. I am now willing to use them and have them expose themselves and challenge Rantast for the rangers. Take them out and they will tell you what to do next. Had I known, I would have pulled that journey to Rantast a little bit longer. But well, those are basically all the quests here in the area. Are you sure is there not another wanted poster? I seem to remember there were more. And maybe, yeah, there's one. Maybe, if I'm pulling up to it, I can do some of these bounties. The poster advertises a bounty on a man named Harry Hinchcliffe, described as a tomb robber possessed of uncanny accuracy with his bow, and invites interested parties to seek out Ballard Wilmer in Ost Forod for details and to apply for the commission. And oh god, I should have taken this poster before. Oh god. The poster advertises a bounty on a vicious work named Taug, described as a bloodthirsty creature known to be in league with the goblins that stalk Team Fornick, and invites interested parties to seek out Rowena Parker in Ost Forod for details and to apply for the commission. Jesus. Can't be real.
What is this world coming to?
You're interested in applying for the commission on Harry Hinchcliffe? Very good, very good. There aren't many travelers up to Forhill these days, but what few there are have been harried by his arrows. Some of his friends linger on the road near to the Forhill gate at Kirit Ryu. Just follow the northern road through Team Fornick to reach it. If you can capture or defeat Harry, you'll be doing the law-abiding folk of Ost Forod a good turn. Be warned, however, you aren't the first to attempt to break Hinchcliffe's bow. Perhaps you will be the last, eh? I feel terrible now, having to defeat Taug once again. It's not hard, but I was already there. What a shame, really.
It's a sorry day.
You have come to inquire about Taug. He is a dreadful creature, bloodthirsty and dangerous. It is said that he is in league with the goblins that prowl the hills of Team Fornick. If you can defeat him, they might be affected as well. Look for Taug within the crude goblin camp at Tumfuin, north of Ost Forod. He likely prowls throughout the camp, keeping an eye on the goblins and stirring them to greater mischief. Taug is a great beast and dangerous. You will need your wits about you if you hope to claim his bounty. So let us double check now. We need to defeat Harry Hinchcliffe and Taug. Find Nat Rapkins. The Old Trove. Oh, well, that's in Fornost. In part Aduial, I believe it is. I know, actually it's here, Barat Rat, sorry. Rantost, Kirit Ryu, okay. So it seems our path is somewhat similar to the path we just took previously. We'll go north to Tumfuin, to Kirit Ryu and complete those quests, and on the way back we stop by Barat Rat and Rantost to finally make our way north to the Even Reels and look for Nat Rapkins. All of that, however, will have to come on the next episode, as this one has already ended. So once again, thank you for watching Citadel Guard Adventures and for staying around. Stay alert because a new episode is coming shortly. Stay safe as well, keep you safe, and I'll see you on another chance. And bye bye!